Our next speaker is Martin Wicks, speaking for Swindon Trades Union Council.
Good afternoon. We're here today in the first instance to express our support for the Palestinian people and our demand that the so-called Israeli Defence Force gets out of Gaza. But I'd like to spend a little time addressing probably one of the most neglected issues in the Middle East, and that is the situation of Arab Israeli citizens, which constitute 20% of the population of Israel. A few years ago, I did a trip to Israel as a guest of a trade union organisation called the Workers' Advice Centres, which is an organisation which unites Arabs and Jews, Israeli citizens both, as equals. And they took me up to the Galilee. And there's a valley that runs through the Galilee with Carmel, which is a Jewish city, at the top of the valley. Through the bottom of this valley runs a road. On one side, you have greenery and plenty of water. On the other side, you have 5 Arab villages stretched out up the valley, and the colours are a little bit different because there is a shortage of water, and they're built on these escarpments. If you are an Arab in Israeli, you get less water than a Jew. If you are an Arab in Israel, your education authority gets less money than a Jew. You don't get benefits that Jews get, because one of the means of qualification is that you have to have been a member of the Israeli Defence Force. Arab Israeli citizens are not second-class citizens, they're third-class citizens. The media tell us that the conflict is a conflict between Arabs and Jews. I don't believe that this is the case. The conflict is one between those who support the Zionist state of Israel and those who oppose the oppression of the Palestinian people. Certainly, at the moment, it's true that a majority of the Israeli population is supporting the Israeli offensive. But there are plenty of opponents of the Israeli regime who are Jews. It's not a conflict between Arabs and Jews. Arabs have no more reason to vote for an Arab party than Jews have to vote for a Jewish party. The Israeli state says that it's a Jewish and democratic state. Well, that means necessarily that anybody who is not a Jew doesn't have the same rights as Jews. I mean, if you think about the equivalent, what would that be over here? You're only a full citizen if you support the monarchy. If somebody suggested that this was an Anglican state, it would be met with derision. So, even in the unlikely event that the conflict was resolved tomorrow, the injustice which exists in Israel would continue. And I think from that point of view, trades unionists and the solidarity movement in this country shouldn't forget about the Arab Israelis. However the situation develops, we should continue to support their rights and those Jewish opponents of the Israeli state, because what happens in Israel is an injustice, and we should not forget that.